up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shelby Tyler, and this is a channel about fashion, lifestyle, and book reviews. Today I have a video on tips on having a pop-up shop. I have another video on my channel of 20 tips on planning a fashion show, and I thought, why not do a couple of tips on throwing a pop-up shop. Some of these tips will be similar because a fashion show and a pop-up shop is kind of similar, and you can use the same tips when having both. So to start, we're gonna start with budget. So I'm gonna be using my phone because I wrote down my tips, so if I'm looking down, I'm looking at it, I'm just, staying on track for you guys. So yes, the first tip that I have is budget. For your budget is how much you're going to want to spend overall for your event and how long is it going to take you to acquire the capital for the event. With the budget, this will help you in the end figure out both the date of your event and the location for it. Before you figure out where you want to have, before you figure out the location for your pop-up shop, you want to figure out what kind of pop-up shop you'll have. Will it be independent or will it be a collaboration? So what I mean by independent is, will you be the only person selling merchandise at your pop-up shop, or will it be a collaboration of you and other vendors selling products at the pop-up shop, or will it just be you throwing the event and then you getting outside vendors to have them only sell products at the event? With the pop-up shop being collaborative, this is a good way to help you actually fund the event because you can charge for vendor space, which most people do when having a pop-up shop. So after you decided if it's going to be independent or collaborative, then you can decide how big you actually want the location space to be. If it's just you independently, then of course the space should be smaller because you don't want too much space and you don't want too much dead space. So you can have maybe you have 4 tables. You don't want to have a super big room with only 4 tables and then not a lot of people are in that space at one time and it doesn't look as good, And of course, if it's a collaborative pop-up shop, then of course the space should be bigger. Back to what I was saying before I got so really interrupted. So after you have figured out where you want to have the pop-up shop, it's time to figure out when. Now if you're only doing it by yourself, then you have more flexibility when figuring out when you want to have the pop-up shop. But when you incorporate other vendors, you want to make sure you give enough time to actually have their products on hand. Theme and decorations. Will there be, and there should be, a theme or colors that you will follow to help tie in the event? This will just help tie in the whole event together. That's any event that you go to. You don't just go to a party and it's just the bare venue space. Of course, you like to see balloons and all these other things, and of course it's like matching colors, so it just ties in the whole event together. Along with the venue decorations, will you provide decorations for your vendors, such as the tablecloths, or will you have the vendors bring that themselves? That's something to think about. Now for you as an independent person throwing your own pop-up shop, it's time for the clothes or products, whatever you're having a pop-up shop for. How many units do you intend to sell? Will you have a pre-sale so that this way you have an idea of how many units that you'll need that people are already showing an interest in, and how much more products you'll need in addition to that, so that you can have more on hand to sell. Will you have sponsors? Sponsors are great for free things, so you can get sponsors. Ooh, I'm sorry, that was loud. Sponsors are great for things to get for free. say you want food and you don't want to pay for it, you can try to find a sponsor to give you free food, free, hors d'oeuvres, things for your raffle giveaway, things for your swag bags, etc. There's a lot of ways, there's a lot of things that you can find sponsors for. It's just, it takes dedication to finding and actually securing those sponsorships, because of course people are not just going to give away free things to just anybody. You have to, of course, have a sort of incentive so that they also benefit from giving you those free items. Promotion is so important. Without promotion, how people know to actually come to your event? So how will you promote your event? Is it just going to be only through social media? Which social media sites will you be promoting? Is it only going to be you promoting, or will you have other people promoting? Like I said in my 20 tips to having a fashion show video, it's better to have 10 people post about something one time than only having one person post about something 10 times. So, with that being said, try to get other people to promote your event with you so that it can get more engagement and more people to know about it. Will you also do physical promotion? So maybe you print out some flyers and you give them out on the street, or you give them out in a certain location, like your local hair salon or your local boutique or whatever the case may be, where your niche is. You can see if you can leave your flyers there. How about email marketing to get the word out there? Entertainment and food. Will you have any sort of entertainment for your shoppers during your pop-up shop? It's not needed to have entertainment, but it would be a good tactic to have while your people do shop around your pop-up shop. If you don't want to have live entertainment, I definitely do recommend having at least music playing in the background. Yeah. And food, again, will you have sponsors provide food for you, or will you have someone cater the event? Will you make the food? Will you make maybe the dessert? Maybe just have some cupcakes and cookies maybe. Also, with having food, you do want to make sure that it does tie into your theme that you do have going on. So if you have, let's say you're doing a Christmas pop-up shop, it wouldn't make sense to have pumpkin decorated cookies as if it's Halloween. You get me? And then last but not least, my last tip would be to have less chairs than you do tables. And I say that to say you don't want people just coming to the event and just sitting down. You want them to be walking around, shopping, maybe networking. And if you have chairs, that may hinder that process a little bit, to just eliminate them just sitting down and not being active in your event. Just try to minimize the amount of chairs that you do have. In my opinion, in a pop-up shop, there should be no chairs but for maybe the vendors and the entertainment / DJ, and the DJ doesn't really sit down. So yes, there really shouldn't be any chairs for people to sit down. Maybe have them in the back, of course. You say you get like older people there to support you and they want to sit, then yeah. But you shouldn't just have a plethora of chairs just waiting for people to sit down, because the goal is to get people to shop. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video on tips to throw in your own pop-up shop. I hope that I gave you guys some useful tips. If you do have any other tips that I didn't mention, feel free to comment down below. Also comment down below if you have used these tips in any way and they've helped you, or if they haven't, I hope they have helped you, of course. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.